Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to beautiful Nicaragua. Right now we're on our way to our coffee farm here in Nicaragua. Elliot is very excited. Look at him. He's been sitting in the car for almost 2 hours. They actually been gone for a while from Nicaragua, and I've been making progress on the cabin that we're building here at our farmstead in Nicaragua. Now the farmstead is in the jungle, so today she's gonna get to see that cabin. Are you excited?
I'm so excited, I can't wait.
Last time you saw it, how far along was the cabin?
I think it looked like somebody was wrapped in tinfoil, so...
Yeah, it was only wrapped in this like thermic barrier, but it had nothing else on there, so I'm excited to show her. But the roads are very rough right now in Nicaragua. It's been raining a lot, so it's incredibly slippery, and we've taken like over an hour longer to get to the farm. Let me show you guys. It's been raining a lot and the roads are just a mess. It's hard for motorcycles to get by, trucks, and if it gets very slippery, then we're gonna have to put chains on the truck, and hopefully we don't have to do that though, because I didn't bring my chains. So let's make it to the farm. Let's see if we can make it without any problems here, knock on wood. So it did rain for a total of 7 days in a row here in the mountains. So we are a higher elevation, and we're in a region of Nicaragua that it rains a lot more than down south like in San Juan del Sur. So these rains have really taken a toll on the road here. But today's weird weather. It's like rainy, it's sunny, then it's cloudy, then it's sunny again. But so far we've only had a little bit of a sprinkle. So how's it feel to be back in Nicaragua after being gone for a bit?
I'm actually like just so happy. The weather is perfect right now, and I don't know, I feel really relaxed, so I can't be any more at home than here. Nice, perfect. Check this out, guys. Look at this. I tell you, these guys here driving with motorcycles, they got skills, man. They know how to drive around here. Yeah, it's fun. I'm not gonna lie, it is pretty fun though. I would roll right off the mountain. Yeah. Alright, we made it to a sketchy part right now here in the farm. Dale, nos vemos. So this next road is actually the last road to get to the farm that can get pretty sketchy. We're gonna take a look at it since we haven't been here in a few days. We gotta make sure that there isn't anything that's changed and it's gonna hold us back from climbing this road. But take a look at it. What makes it so hard to climb this is the fact that it is clay. So clay is just slippery in general. You just slip and slide like a mud bath. But from what I'm seeing, it looks doable. It looks like we'll be able to make it without chains. Worst case, I'm gonna have to slip and slide, and then I have to go back down and retry this hill again. It's a pretty long hill, so let's give it a shot. We're gonna give it a crack, see if we can make it up without having to put these chains on. Wish us luck here. Let's see what happens. Man, oh man, that was slippery, but thankfully we made it up. We're getting close to that point where we need chains, so thank the Lord we made it. Elliot was having a blast there. He was just shaking his head, eating his little donut. Now let's head to the farm and let's go check out this cabin. I don't think you deserve that biscotello. You didn't do any work. She had to climb the hill and film this. She didn't want to film it. Decirle hola, Elliot. Decirle hola. Huh? Hola, dígale. Hola. This is the first time Elliot's meeting these kids here. They're here for the season with their parents. They're helping us, so she's one, the girl, a little baby in the wheelbarrow. She's only 1 year old. Hola, dígale. We're gonna eat a little bit of breakfast here because we left at 6:30 in the morning. Took us 2.5 hours to get up here. But I want to show you guys something pretty cool. Blanca, which is a lady that's lived on the farm for more than 10 years, and her husband supervise this farm. She just had a baby daughter I think like a few weeks ago. And take a look at her. She's sleeping right now in this hammock. Look how cute. I think her name is Hannah Victoria. And she is just taking a nap in that hammock. Ay, qué bonita, huh?
Con nada suda.
Got the fire going for some nice breakfast right now.
Así.
Ay, perfecto, gracias. This is Courtney's favorite meal right here. Bean soup with rice and an omelet, an egg omelet with ingredients from the farm. Here you go, here's your favorite. What you've been missing
Thank you.
while being in the US.
Elliot's favorite too. We're about to enjoy. Don't even take me home anymore.
I'll leave you out here in the mountain with these dogs and these wild kids. For me, all I wanted was a crunchy tortilla that was heated up in the open stove and some bean broth as a little light snack. Oh, delicious. La carita de la niña dice, ¿quién es este? All right, time to head over to the other side of the farm. We're about to drive over. Everyone's done eating, done playing. So let's go check out that cabin she hasn't seen. So we're in the start of coffee season right now. So today marks the last harvest for this cycle. We still have a couple other harvests, maybe 3 to 4 more harvests, but we need to bring coffee down to the coffee mill today. So before we leave, we need to load over like 700 pounds of coffee in the back of the truck and bring it back with us to get it dried in the city. So we need to work on the cabin and we need to load up the coffee. So we have some missions we need to accomplish today, and I'm hoping we can make it in the back in enough time before the coffee processing plant closes, because today is Saturday and it closes at 4 and we are pretty far away. So let's see how everything plays out today. No, ya viene, All right, Courtney, last time you were here, it was all aluminum foil, just a bunch of thermic wrap barrier. And now it's been a few days, it's been a lot of work. People on the channel have seen this, but you haven't, so turn around.
Wow, look at this. This is so beautiful.
It's getting there, right?
I mean, I feel like we can already move in.
I know, look at that. It's coming to life now that we are using the wood and we are managed to cover everything, you know? So, what do you think?
You've done such a beautiful job.
I wanted like a rustic cabin look, you know? So, we still need to sand it and do everything else. Like put the trimming around the window, waterproof. But I think it's coming along, huh?
I mean, it smells and looks like home, so I'm very proud of you.
And also think about that. This is a walnut tree from the
Look how
farm.
happy Elliot is. He
Whoa,
said,
you love it, papi, huh? You like it?
Yeah.
You like it? To think that this is the walnut tree from a farm is actually pretty cool. That from this same farm, you know.
Makes it more special that we have something from the farm instilled into our house on the farm.
Yeah, amazing.
Good job. I'm so proud of you. Elliot loves it. Look, he's looking at it.
Comment below, what do you think about the cabin so far, if you like it. Let's take a look at the front here. Today we need to get a little bit of work done on it. We need to continue to finish the top here, but so far looking so good. Take a look at it. Not bad. Not bad for an amateur. First time building a home. Not bad. This is the front too. Oh, the front we had to cover because there was rain hitting right there and then jumping over here. So once we take that off, we're taking all this covering off. But the front is also done. He wants to go in. You want to go in, Papi? We were going to start on the cabin, but it looks like they got a head start already on the cabin. I'm going to have these guys help me out more often. They even brought their own tools over here. Look at that. I'm glad she liked it, and I am happy that we're making progress. It's been a lot of hard work, but we keep moving forward, and that's what's important. Let's go check on the coffee, how things are doing, and check on the team that's been working on packaging some coffee for us. And let's see how much weight we're bringing back down to the farm, back down to the city. All right, this coffee is wet, so it looks like it was just washed today. We have some more coffee over here. Let's check it out, see the status on this coffee. Yeah, some more coffee over here, and over here, and we're packaging some more coffee here. Victor's packaging more, and we got more over here. We have quite a bit of coffee. We actually have a lot of coffee we need to bring down. And then on top of that, ¿cuánto tenemos aquí, José? ¿Cuántos quintales? 6 quintales. So we have 600 pounds here that we need to bring down. So a big load. Awesome. This gets me excited. All the fruits of the labor. Every time it is coffee season here, I feel amazing because it's just a time that reminds me that we're keeping the dream alive. We're keeping everything going. So now that we're done with this harvest for this week, the team here started focusing on another project here on the farm. It's that we need to clean some weeds. So there's about 4 of them here that have been cleaning weeds all week, and we need to go see how they're doing, see if they need any support, or if they moved far along, if they made enough progress this past week. And hopefully we're going to take a look at the harvest for a small plantation that we planted 2 years ago, and this year is the first year that we're going to have a good size harvest from that little plant. We're actually going to get to try the beans. I don't know if you can see, but the workers are over there. Look, they're swinging away, working hard. Look how beautiful that plantation looks right there. We're about to teleport over there. So when you own a coffee farm or in the coffee business in general, it's important you come out to your plantations every few days to check on the harvest, to see how fast it's maturing. So take a look at this plant here. This plant has a lot of cherries that are red, and they're the right kind of red, ready to be picked. So we want to schedule the people for this upcoming Monday. It's because if we wait for too long, a couple things can happen. 1, the cherry can over mature and it falls to the ground. 2, it can rain for a couple days and it'll split the cherry open on the plant. 3, the cherry will start to ferment and it will over ferment, and then specifically for that cycle of harvest, it's not going to taste that good. So we want to make sure we schedule the people, but the difficulty of that is that you're working with Mother Nature, because the weather here is so unpredictable that you might schedule the people for Monday, but it might start raining now and not stop till Monday, so you're already late on Monday. So it's just some of the difficulties of farming. But I have to say that I'm very happy with the way this varietal is producing all this coffee. It has a lot of coffee beans on there, and this variety is known as a catimor, and a catimor is known for its high production, and it's known for its healthy plant that's very resistant to plagues and stuff like that. So this small plantation here is catimor, and it's a very young plant. You can see that it's about 1.5 meters high. Usually an adult plant will get around 2 meters. Wow, this makes me extremely happy to see. So this side is my neighbor, this side is my farm, and I planted this living fence here about a year ago, and I planted all these trees that you see here. Take a look at that. Look how big this is, like 2 meters tall now. When I first planted it, it was all the way over here. And look at this one. Look how massive that is. I want to show you this one. Look how tall that one got. This is freaking amazing. All the trees that I've planted here over the past 2 years are just getting up there and growing really fast. It is beautiful. Plus these is what we call isotes here in Nicaragua, and they make a nice natural barrier so you don't need to put up a fence. But look how nice, look how tall this tree is. This must be 3 meters. Beautiful to think that we're planting trees for the future. That's why I always say, where you drink your coffee from matters, because you guys have been drinking our coffee from our farm, and it's allowing us to continue to plant more trees, hire more people, pay them well, and make delicious coffee, you know, make an impact with that daily cup of joe. Oh, almost wiped out. Let's continue on. Oh wow, look, looks like a big tree fell last night. It is massive. Take a look at it. It's part of being in a tropical climate. It rains so much that the soil gets saturated with water, and eventually all these trees take a fall. So we're gonna see if we can try to harvest this tree and use it for some planks or something. It is a very nice tree, but first we gotta see if the wood is good. Looks like another one fell too, so looks like it was a total of 2 trees that ended up falling here that we need to come clean up. I love how big these banana trees have gotten here. This was also planted 2 years ago when I planted this small variety here, and it's gotten pretty big. So take a look at here. You see all these weeds? These weeds is not good. So if you let these weeds grow, they're gonna overtake the coffee plantation and you're gonna have problems. You're gonna have pests. Your coffee won't develop correctly. You can't fertilize, you can't harvest. Take a look at this plant right here. It's already getting lost in between these weeds. Now, these weeds can be your friend in the summer because it is so hot. You wanna keep a portion of them alive and like to a certain height, so it keeps the ground cool. But during winter, so much rain, it's so humid, it just grows like wildfire. So you wanna keep them down below. And then during summer, we'll let them grow a little bit. Take a look at, you can see the cabin here that we're building. It looks freaking awesome. So beautiful that you can see it from here. I love it. And we're not even fully done with it, but the view is incredible from over here. I can see Elliot running around and Courtney. The coffee farming is a lot of hard work. To say these guys are doing an awesome job, this is not easy work. I tried it one time to keep up with them and I was like, hey, there's no way. Whoa. I woke up with back pain. But they've been doing this since such a young age that they have their body trained, you know. But this is like a CrossFit level 10 here to keep going. Usually they work from 6 a.m. till lunch. And then they're off after that because it's so intensive to be swinging a machete. And this is important that we pay people well. It's such hard work, you know, so we have to make sure that we pay them well so they have money for their family, and also they're incentivized to continue working in coffee, because a lot of people don't want to work in coffee no more because most farms, or it's difficult for them to get paid well because the coffee industry, majority of farmers live in poverty. So when you have farms that are able to sell coffee directly to people who drink it, like you guys, they're able to pay more. So far they made good progress. This is all done here. I need all that going up. And then after this, they're gonna have to get to harvesting the coffee we just saw, because those are ready to go. So that's gonna fall on Monday. Tomorrow they could still work a little bit towards finishing this. You know, when I first moved from the States back to Nicaragua to rebuild my family's coffee farm, I thought that having a big farm, like a lot of coffee planted, maybe let's say 20 acres, meant that I was successfully rebuilding my family farm. But now, having been here in Nicaragua for 2 years, my perspective has shifted into thinking differently. After having visited a lot of farms, traveling Nicaragua, I started to realize that the last thing Nicaragua needs is another big coffee farm. I think what Nicaragua needs, the people at coffee farming origin, is to be paid better. People to see their work, and more people to understand where coffee comes from. So ever since I kind of came to that realization, I started to change the approach of the farm. Started to plant less coffee, but making sure that we're doing everything carefully, we're treating the people right. And I started focusing more on the conditions of the farm, meaning better places for them to sleep, better food for them to eat, better pay. Granted, we're still in the early stages, so we're building our cabin first, then we're gonna work on the workers' campsites, the kitchen, the restrooms and all that. But in terms of coffee, if we can get our coffee sold out here at the farm, meaning this batch that we produce here, I can then introduce other farmers. So I can have you guys taste different coffees, delicious coffees from Nicaragua. We can go see other farmers' story, hear how their family got started in coffee, and then we can buy green coffee and sell it on our website. And you guys can drink delicious coffee, fueling a movement that goes back to the farm and paying them well, and making sure to keep their farm alive. So that's really how my perspective has shifted. Smaller farm, really good conditions, but with a large community in coffee, wanting to drink coffee, we can add other farmers to this channel, share more stories, share more behind the scenes, and we can drink and fuel a movement like that together. So that's our goal. And if we can get to that point to sell container loads of coffee, 100 tons of coffee. Oh my God, that would be my dream, because that's the good that we can do. That is more good we can do out here. And that to me would mean we successfully rebuilt my family's farm after my grandma and dad passed away. So funny how when you follow your dreams, you may think that success is one thing, but then as you move along, you realize something different and you can change. So to be honest, I'm not sure how we're gonna fit the coffee in here with this camper. Now that we have it on, it's around a total of 12 sacks, so we're gonna do our best to play Jenga in here. Plus we need to bring someone down from the farm and he's gonna have to ride back here. So it's gonna be Nika style, you know. We don't have any space inside, so we have to leave space for him. Okay, then. There it is, guys. We managed to fit it. We're thinking it's 1,200 pounds of coffee, but we'll find out once we get to the weighing station. They're gonna weigh the coffee, and then we'll see. Comment below how much weight you think is in there. Man, coming to the farm today, I had a lot of plans to take a look at the harvest, see how it's going. We did that. Load up the coffee, switch the camper, but I also wanted to work in the cabin, and I think honestly we're not gonna have time because this processing mill is gonna close and I gotta get this coffee there so it can get dried correctly. So as of now, this beautiful cabin is gonna have to wait for next week. So good, so yummy.
Elliot, vení. Vení, venga, baby.
Amazing.
I'm so excited to have a fight and with some chilero. Look at that. I'm in heaven. This beats like Thanksgiving, Christmas dinner.
Thanksgiving? Are you sure it beats Thanksgiving?
Well, anything kind of beats Thanksgiving, you guys.
That is turkey. Turkey kind of does suck. Well, I guess if you cook it correctly, it can be a little bit juicy.
Yeah, that's true. But this dish always hits home like the holidays.
You see those turkeys? That's why they're still here, because we don't celebrate Thanksgiving here.
They're the luckiest birds here on the farm.
Exactly. We should start a turkey farm. After a long ride from the mountains, we finally made it to the coffee mill, and they're unloading the coffee. They're gonna weigh it, they're gonna check the quality, and then they're gonna put it to dry in this beautiful sun here, and they'll take good care of it until we're ready to prep for export. So the mill that we work with is called Brida Azul. We've been working with them for a few years, and so they're very good people. And if the reason the coffee tastes delicious every time you order, part of the reason it's because they take good care of it. This is awesome to see. This coffee essentially is getting closer to your house from here. So each step in the process, someone touches your coffee and takes care of it here to make sure you get that delicious cup at home. It's beautiful. Always get excited. Well, what do you think, Courtney? Mission accomplished?
Anything that includes a coffee at the end of my day is a mission accomplished.
Yeah, I really like working with Brida Azul. They're are awesome people. I'll probably do a full video on Claudia because she has an interesting story about her coffee industry and just life in general here in Nicaragua. But we wanted to work in the cabin. We didn't get to, but at least we got the coffee down from the farm. We paid the workers. Elliot got to play. And now we need to recoup and replan for next week to get that cabin done. If you like the video, make sure to
Stay tuned, subscribe, and like our posts because they'll just keep giving you more of them.
fuel the movement, guys. We'll see you in next week's video. It's your Coffee Familia signing off. Bye.